actually could probably do a book or CD or album by myself. But you know, it's not just people with disparities who have these problems. A lot of people come in, and when they're diagnosed, they will say, I've had my mammogram every year, I run in the park every day, I eat right, why do I have cancer? Why do I have breast cancer? You know, a lot of people don't know the two most important risk factors for breast cancer are being a woman and getting older, two things we cannot change.
My youngest sister, she was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, and she also had great support. She is 18 years out and is doing wonderful. My oldest brother was diagnosed with colon cancer. He worked at the atomic plant in Waverly, Ohio, and probably some of that figured into it with chemicals and stuff. He survived his first bout with it without any treatment, and 5 to 7 years ago, he had a colonoscopy. He had colon cancer again. He suffered terribly with treatments, but he survived it, and he's doing well.
Shortly after I turned 50 years old, I went in for my yearly physical, and the doctor at the time said, well, now you've turned 50, you need to get a PSA test done. I'm like, yeah, not a problem. Got it done. A few days later, I got a phone call back from the doctor saying, you know, your PSA was a little high, not too much, but I'd like to take a look and examine this a little further. Went in, had a further examination, and about a week later he called back and he says, you have cancer. I was very shocked because cancer is not in my family. I said I want it out of my body. I don't want any possibility of it ever coming back.
I work with the West Virginia Breast and Cervical Cancer Screening Program. The program pays for Pap tests and mammograms for women who are uninsured or underinsured. And I work in a 6-county region: Cabell, Wayne, Lincoln, Logan, Mason, and Mingo.
We've been working on colon cancer issues in the Ashland area for 2 years now, and we want to get the word out that colon cancer is preventable, and we're hoping that our work will be able to do that.
And being a provider for women's health care, I wanted to help other people navigate, even though they may not be my patients, and even though I may not be a person that lives in this county. I'm a West Virginian. I'm from Appalachian background. I want to help those in need, whether it's emotional or physical.
So it's just important to be aware of your body and seek help.
Yes, I think that having a strong support system, whether that's family, whether that's friends, whether that's your church support, wherever it is that you can get where you can talk to somebody about what you're feeling, and maybe sometimes looking at options such as counseling. In my particular situation, there were times that I couldn't really say what I wanted to say. I was trying to be strong for myself as well as my family members, and going through the emotions that they're going through, the issues that they're going through. They have a place that they can go and release that.
The support is there. I'm still learning everything that the American Cancer Society does. I've been involved for quite a few years. About 3 years ago, I stepped up and joined the committees, and I've been learning a lot since then that I had no clue was out there. And there are a lot of people who don't know what is out there. Then my grandmother, seeing her, she had her support group and the phone calls and stuff. And that's the reason I do what I can.
Now I know, because I've seen it, that some people walk in morbidly. But that's about that support group you're talking about. People need support groups. Being a recovery coach, I understand. Being clean and sober 7 years and sponsoring, I understand that people need support groups. A support group would have been wonderful. It happened to me very fast, and support groups are very important.
When we were going through the cancer journey, we had no backup. Back in the 80s, there really was not a backup or support system. I think the hardest day is sitting and listening to my son, I'm sorry, in the other room when he was 5 years old talking to himself. I knew that he just needed his alone time. And I remember him talking to his stuffed animals, saying, I don't want to leave my mom and daddy. The support systems are very important.
To put people and pull the resources and pull the people together. And when you have networking and Susie needs something and you know that Brenda has the answer for it, then you connect them together. And the people in that organization, whether it's a church, whether it's an organization such as the Lions Club or the Women's Club, they have heard that information, they have the information, and then someone comes to them and says, oh, we have the person, we'll let you talk to them.
We're in the middle of the big town of Huntington with Marshall University and all the other medical centers. But we need to get the people here. We need to let them know what we have. And we do have people who come to us from Mingo Pike and down around Painesville and up around Beckley and Boone County, West Virginia, because the word is getting out. But we care about our cancer patients, and that's the word that I want to get out. Not the financial, not what we have, but that we do care. And until other people start caring, we are not going to see strides in this business.